Close your eyes and imagine the warmth of the day slowly fading from the desert sands. Above you, an endless sky fills with stars brighter than you've ever seen, while somewhere in the distance, a caravan bell rings softly, echoing across the quiet dunes. Tonight, you are traveling along an ancient path once walked by merchants, storytellers, and wanderers, where lanterns glow gently in hidden oases, and the desert wind carries whispers of forgotten journeys. There is no hurry here, only the steady rhythm of footsteps beneath the moon, guiding you toward rest. Let yourself drift into the calm of the Silk Road night. The sun sinks slowly beyond the distant dunes, leaving behind a horizon brushed with soft shades of amber and violet. For a moment, the desert holds its breath. The heat of the day lingers faintly in the sand beneath your feet, releasing a gentle warmth into the cooling air. A long shadow stretches across the open expanse, and the first evening breeze begins to move, light, almost shy, stirring grains of sand into delicate patterns that shimmer in the fading light. You stand at the edge of a caravan encampment, where figures move quietly among resting camels and neatly stacked bundles wrapped in woven cloth. There is a calm purpose in every motion. A lantern is lit, its flame flickering softly behind patterned glass, casting warm circles of light onto the ground. Nearby, a guide adjusts the straps of a saddle, his movements slow and practiced, as if part of a ritual repeated countless times beneath similar skies. The soft clinking of metal rings and the low murmur of voices blend with the gentle sigh of the wind. Somewhere overhead, a lone bird calls as it glides toward its resting place among distant rocks. You take a slow breath. The air carries the subtle scent of dust, leather, and faint traces of spice, memories of journeys that stretch far beyond the horizon. As twilight deepens, the sky transforms into a vast dome of deep blue. One by one, stars begin to appear, scattered like tiny lanterns suspended in the night. The caravan prepares to depart. A soft command is spoken, barely above a whisper, and the camels rise gracefully, their movements unhurried. Bells tied to their harnesses chime gently, a quiet, rhythmic sound that seems to settle naturally into the stillness. You join the line as it begins to move across the open desert. Each step sinks softly into the sand, leaving behind faint impressions that the wind will soon erase. The world feels wide and unbounded, stretching endlessly beneath the emerging night. Above, the stars grow brighter. Traveling beneath them brings a sense of timelessness, as though you are part of an ancient rhythm carried forward through generations of travelers who once followed this very path. The guide at the front walks with steady confidence, occasionally glancing toward the sky,
reading subtle patterns among the constellations as naturally as one might follow a familiar road. The only sounds are the soft padding of footsteps, the gentle swaying of fabric, and the distant whisper of wind moving across the dunes.
Minutes, or perhaps hours, pass in peaceful silence. Gradually, the moon rises, casting a pale silver glow across the landscape. Shadows soften, and the sand seems to shimmer like calm water beneath its light. You feel a quiet sense of ease, as though the desert itself is welcoming you into its vast embrace. The steady rhythm of movement becomes almost meditative. Breathing slows. Thoughts drift like clouds across the night sky, dissolving into stillness. In the distance, faint lights begin to appear, small, warm glimmers that flicker gently against the darkness. An oasis. As the caravan approaches, the outline of palm trees emerges, their fronds swaying softly in the night breeze. The faint sound of water trickling over stone reaches your ears, soothing and steady. Lanterns hang along the outer walls of a caravanserais, their golden light inviting and calm. The gates stand open. Inside, a peaceful courtyard offers shelter from the open desert. Travelers move quietly, tending to their animals, sharing soft conversations, or simply resting beneath the stars. You step inside and feel a subtle shift, a sense of protection, as though the walls hold centuries of stories within them. A small fountain sits at the center, its gentle flow reflecting moonlight in delicate ripples. Nearby, cushions and woven rugs are arranged around low tables, and a kettle warms over a modest flame, releasing a comforting aroma into the night air. You settle onto a cushion, feeling the softness beneath you. The journey pauses here. A cup of warm tea is placed in your hands, fragrant, soothing, its warmth spreading slowly through your fingers. Around you, the quiet hum of the oasis continues, a camel shifting its weight, the soft rustle of palm leaves, the distant murmur of travelers sharing stories in low voices. Above, the stars shine with quiet brilliance. The long path behind you fades gently into memory, and the promise of rest settles softly over the courtyard. You take another slow breath. The desert night feels endless, calm, and deeply peaceful, a place where time moves gently and sleep arrives naturally, like the cool breeze drifting through the palms. Here, beneath the vast sky of the ancient Silk Road, you allow yourself to simply be, carried by the quiet rhythm of the night. The courtyard settles into a gentle hush, as though the desert itself has drawn closer to listen. Lantern light flickers softly along the earthen walls, glowing like small, steady stars brought down to rest among travelers. The air is cool now, touched by the softness that only comes after a long desert day, carrying the faint scent of warm sand, steeping tea, and distant palms. You remain seated on the cushion, feeling the quiet support beneath you, the simple comfort of a place designed for rest. Somewhere nearby, a kettle releases a slow, steady whisper of steam. The sound blends with the occasional soft movement of camels beyond the courtyard, a gentle shifting of hooves, the faint chime of bells swaying lazily in the night breeze. Take a slow breath and let your shoulders drop just a little more. The guide who walked at the front of the caravan now sits beside a small brazier, its embers glowing softly like hidden jewels. He moves with unhurried calm, pouring tea into small cups, each motion smooth, familiar, unspoken. He offers you another cup. The warmth spreads into your palms, comforting, grounding, steady. You notice how the simple act of holding it invites stillness, as though time itself has slowed to match the rhythm of the desert night. Around the courtyard, other travelers speak in low voices, soft, melodic murmurs that drift like gentle currents through the air. Their words are indistinct, yet soothing, carrying the feeling of shared journeys and quiet companionship. Above, the sky stretches vast and endless, framed by the silhouette of palm fronds swaying slowly against the stars. A faint breeze moves through the courtyard, brushing lightly across your face, cool and gentle. Let your jaw soften. Let your breathing deepen. In this place, there is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do, only rest. Near the fountain, water continues its quiet song, a steady trickle over smooth stone, each drop catching the lantern light before disappearing into the pool below. The sound is steady, rhythmic, calming. You listen, and with each gentle ripple, the mind begins to settle further, like sand slowly sinking back into stillness after the wind passes. One of the travelers begins to hum softly, a low, simple melody without words. It rises and falls like a slow breath, blending with the night sounds until it becomes part of the atmosphere itself. The melody carries a sense of ancient memory, as though it has been sung beneath countless skies across countless journeys. You feel your body growing heavier, comfortably supported, safe within these walls that have sheltered travelers for generations. A nearby lantern flickers, its flame dancing slowly, casting soft patterns that move gently across the courtyard floor. Watching the light, you notice how naturally your thoughts begin to drift, loosening, slowing, like grains of sand carried by a soft wind. Somewhere beyond the walls, the desert stretches silent and vast, dunes resting beneath moonlight, untouched and serene. Inside, the quiet warmth of the caravanserais feels like a small island of calm in the endless night. You shift slightly, settling deeper into the cushion, allowing your arms to rest comfortably,
your hands growing warm and heavy, breathing in and out. The guide begins to tell a story, his voice low, steady, almost like a whisper carried by the breeze. He speaks of travelers who once crossed these lands by starlight, of long journeys measured not in miles, but in moments of quiet reflection beneath the sky. He speaks of the patience of the desert, how it teaches those who listen to move slowly, to observe, to find peace in simplicity. His words flowed gently, without urgency, each sentence separated by soft pauses, inviting the mind to rest between them.
You don't need to follow every word. Simply listening is enough. The warmth of the tea spreads through your chest, soothing, relaxing, like a quiet reassurance that all is well. A palm leaf rustles softly overhead, brushing against another with a faint whisper. The night deepens. Stars shine brighter, their light steady and calm. Some travelers begin to retire to their resting places along the courtyard walls, wrapping themselves in woven blankets, settling into sleep beneath the open sky. Their movements are slow, careful, respectful of the quiet. You feel the gentle pull of rest growing stronger. Your eyelids may feel heavier now, your thoughts softer, quieter, like the desert itself settling into stillness. The fountain continues its steady rhythm. The soft hum of voices fades gradually, replaced by a deeper silence that feels full rather than empty, a silence that welcomes and holds. The guide's story becomes softer until his voice blends into the background like the faint echo of wind across distant dunes. You take another slow breath. Let your chest rise and fall. Allow your legs to grow heavy, releasing any remaining tension. Feel the ground beneath the cushion, steady, supportive, ancient. The lantern light dims slightly as one by one flames are adjusted lower, preserving the quiet glow without disturbing the night. Somewhere in the distance, a night bird calls once, then again, its sound echoing gently before fading into silence. The desert listens, and so do you. Wrapped in the calm of the caravanserais, surrounded by the quiet presence of fellow travelers and the timeless stillness of the Silk Road, you feel yourself drifting closer to rest. Nothing is required of you here, only to breathe and allow the gentle rhythm of the night to carry you. The warmth, the soft sounds, the steady stillness, all weaving together like a quiet lullaby. You settle deeper, more relaxed, more at ease. Sleep begins to approach softly like cool air drifting across the dunes beneath the moon. And as the courtyard grows quieter still, you simply rest, held by the calm of this ancient place. Sleep now, gently, deeper and deeper still. The night has deepened into that special hour when the world feels suspended between breaths. Beyond the shelter of the courtyard, the desert waits, vast, silent, glowing softly beneath the moon. You rise slowly, unhurried, wrapping yourself in the cool stillness of the night air. The caravan prepares once more, quietly, respectfully, as though careful not to disturb the sleeping sands. A lantern is lifted, its warm glow steady against the darkness. Camels stir gently, their movements slow and graceful, bells chiming softly with each shift, a delicate sound that carries far into the open night. Take a slow breath and feel the calm of this moment. There is no rush here, only the gentle continuation of a timeless journey. You step beyond the walls, and immediately the vastness of the desert opens around you, dunes stretching like soft waves beneath a sky overflowing with stars. Above, countless points of light shimmer quietly, steady and patient, watching over the travelers below. The caravan begins to move. Step by step by step. Feet press softly into the cool sand, each movement deliberate, rhythmic, soothing. The sound of footsteps blends with the faint whisper of wind gliding across the dunes, a soft, endless hush that feels like a lullaby carried across centuries. Let your shoulders relax. Let your arms hang loosely. Feel the steady rhythm guiding you forward. The moon hangs low, casting long silver shadows that shift gently with each movement. You notice how the desert seems alive in its stillness, not empty, but quietly present, holding space for every traveler who passes through. Breathing slows naturally, matching the pace of the caravan. In and out, in and out. The cool air brushes softly against your skin, refreshing, calming, like a quiet reassurance. Ahead, the guide walks steadily, occasionally glancing upward, reading the stars with quiet confidence. Their light feels ancient, comforting, like silent companions on the path. The bells continue their gentle song. Chime, pause, chime, each note fading slowly into the open space. You feel yourself settling deeper into the rhythm, thoughts softening, drifting like thin clouds across the night sky. Time begins to feel different here, not measured in minutes, but in breaths, in footsteps, in the gentle rise and fall of the wind. The dunes glow faintly, their curves smooth and endless. Occasionally, a soft gust moves across the surface, lifting fine grains of sand into delicate patterns that shimmer briefly before settling again. The caravan pauses briefly atop a ridge. From here, the view stretches endlessly,
Waves of silver sand beneath a sky so wide it feels almost infinite. You stand quietly, taking in the stillness. Somewhere far away, a faint desert wind moves through distant rocks, creating a low, soothing hum, deep, steady, almost like the earth itself breathing. Let your jaw unclench. Let your forehead soften. Allow your body to grow heavier, supported by the quiet strength of the ground beneath you. The journey continues. Step by step, the rhythm becomes almost hypnotic, a gentle rocking motion that soothes the mind, inviting it toward rest. Your breathing slows further, deeper, calmer.
Only the soft continuation of the path beneath the moon. Gradually, the caravan slows. A sheltered hollow appears among the dunes, a natural resting place where the wind barely reaches. Lanterns are set down softly, their light warm and gentle against the surrounding sand. Travelers settle quietly, spreading blankets, resting beneath the open sky. You find a place among them, lowering yourself slowly onto the soft ground. The sand still holds a faint warmth from the day, comforting, soothing. Above you, the stars stretch endlessly, silent, steady, peaceful. The bells fall silent. The wind softens to a faint whisper. You feel the deep quiet settling around you, like a soft blanket of stillness. Let your legs relax. Let your hands rest gently. Allow your breathing to become slow, effortless. The desert hum continues faintly, a low, calming presence beneath everything, like a distant echo of ancient time. Your body grows heavier, sinking gently into the sand, safe, supported, at peace. Thoughts drift away, dissolving into the vastness of the night. There is nothing to hold, nothing to follow, only rest. The stars shimmer softly above, their quiet light steady and reassuring. You simply lie here, carried by the calm, wrapped in the gentle silence of the midnight desert. Sleep approaches slowly, naturally, like cool air settling across the dunes. And as the night continues its quiet watch, you drift deeper and deeper still. Sleep now. The night rests softly around you, deep, quiet, endless. Above, the stars still shimmer with gentle patience, scattered across the vast sky like distant lanterns glowing in silence. You lie upon the cool desert sand, feeling its quiet support beneath you, steady, ancient, calm. The caravan sleeps. Only the faint whisper of wind moves across the dunes, a soft, almost invisible breath that carries the stillness of countless nights before this one. Take a slow breath. In, cool and gentle. Out, releasing everything. Your body feels heavy now, deeply relaxed, as though the earth itself is holding you with quiet care. Somewhere nearby, a camel shifts softly in its rest, a slow exhale rising like a warm sigh into the cool air, then fading again into silence. The lanterns have burned low, their light reduced to faint amber glows barely touching the sand. Above you, the sky begins a subtle transformation, almost too delicate to notice at first. The deep midnight blue softens, ever so slightly, hinting at the distant approach of dawn. But the night is still present, still calm, still protective. You feel wrapped within it, safe, peaceful. Let your shoulders melt into the ground. Let your arms rest completely. Let your breathing become slow and effortless. The desert hum continues, a low, soothing presence that feels like the quiet heartbeat of the world. Time seems suspended here, neither night nor morning, simply a gentle pause between. A faint breeze moves across your face, cool, refreshing, like a soft whisper passing by. The stars remain steady, watching quietly as the horizon begins to glow with the faintest suggestion of silver. You notice how peaceful everything feels, as though the entire landscape is resting in harmony. No urgency, no noise, only stillness. The caravan remains asleep, shapes resting beneath blankets, camels kneeling peacefully, the quiet rhythm of breathing blending with the soft wind. You listen, and the silence feels full, comforting, welcoming. Far away, somewhere beyond the dunes, a distant bird calls softly, a single note carried gently through the vastness, then disappears again into quiet. The first hint of light gathers slowly at the edge of the world. Not bright, not sudden, but a gradual softening, like a gentle breath spreading across the horizon. The sky shifts from deep blue to a delicate shade of indigo, then toward a pale, tranquil gray. The stars begin to fade, not vanishing, but slowly dissolving into the growing light. You feel the peaceful transition, like the slow closing of a story. Let your jaw soften. Let your eyes rest deeply. Allow your mind to drift freely. The wind moves lightly through the dunes, tracing gentle patterns across the sand, smoothing every surface into quiet harmony. Your body feels warm, calm, perfectly at ease. Somewhere close, a faint bell stirs softly, a quiet chime that seems to echo gently through the still morning air, then settles once more. The desert breathes slowly, patiently. The horizon glows with soft silver, then pale gold, spreading quietly across the landscape. But here, within this peaceful moment, time feels unhurried. You remain resting, floating in the gentle space between night and day. Breathing in and out, the coolness of the air feels refreshing, soothing, like a calm embrace. The distant dunes stand silent, their shapes softened by the growing light. You notice how deeply relaxed your body feels, heavy, supported, peaceful. Every muscle released, every thought softened. The caravan remains quiet, as though honoring the stillness of this sacred hour. A soft warmth begins to touch the sand, subtle, gentle, like a quiet promise. The sky brightens slowly, colors blending seamlessly, silver, pale blue, soft gold. Yet the calm remains unchanged. You are held within a moment of perfect stillness, where nothing needs to happen, where rest is complete. Let your breathing slow even further. Let your body sink deeper. Feel the quiet comfort of the desert surrounding you. The wind fades almost entirely, leaving only a faint presence, like a distant memory of motion. The world feels peaceful, balanced, timeless. You drift gently, floating in the calm, as though carried by the slow turning of the earth itself. The first light of dawn spreads softly across the horizon, illuminating the dunes with a gentle glow. But your journey has brought you exactly where you need to be, a place of quiet rest. Here, beneath the vast open sky of the ancient Silk Road, you can simply let go. There is nothing more to follow, nothing more to do. Only the soft rhythm of breath and the quiet presence of the desert morning. You feel safe, grounded, deeply at peace. The distant sounds remain soft and steady, a faint breeze, a gentle shift of sand, the quiet presence of sleeping travelers. Everything flows naturally, calmly, without effort. Allow yourself to drift deeper into rest, carried by the stillness, held by the quiet. Sleep now, softly, peacefully, deeper and deeper still. And if you remain, the desert continues its gentle watch, endless, calm, timeless, like a quiet lullaby that never truly ends.